All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. We're looking at a pretty fascinating blueprint laid out in our source material today, building a totally faceless, copyright-free Islamic channel using AI. These sources highlight a massively engaged niche, specifically Quran recitation or tilawat videos, and they detail exactly how creators are bypassing all those annoying traditional copyright hurdles to build 100% original content from the ground up. We're going to break down exactly how they do this step by step.
To put things into perspective, the demand here is literally massive. Our sources point to some of these videos pulling in 1.2 or even up to 2.2 million views daily. Because millions of Muslims globally have this beautiful daily habit of listening to recitations, creators are stepping up to provide that value and, well, they're earning significant revenue while doing it. Plus, creators are using platform features to block inappropriate ads, keeping the channel's integrity completely intact. The audience is absolutely there for this.
But here's where so many creators usually hit a brick wall. The old hurdle has always been that pre-recorded recitations trigger instant copyright bans. If you just download an existing track and upload it, you're almost guaranteed a strike and eventually a totally banned channel. But looking at this through a 2026 lens, our source material explains a really clever workflow to bypass that entirely by generating flawless, original AI audio. By doing it this way, you become the original owner of a pristine, brand new track. Problem solved.
The source breaks this down into 5 core phases. 1. Sourcing the text. 2. Generating the AI audio. 3. Crafting the background visuals. 4. The assembly phase. And 5. The final polish. Let's get right into it.
Starting right at the top with Section 1, Sourcing the Text. This is our absolute foundation.
So first things first, you'll head over to Quran.com, pick your chapter, like Surah Al-Fatiha, for example, and this is key. Switch your view to reading style before you copy anything. It's incredibly important to use that specific setting because it completely strips away any extra formatting. It gives you the pure, clean Arabic text the AI is going to need to process those words accurately. Once you've copied that, your foundation is totally set.
Moving right along to Section 2, Generating the AI audio. This is where we bring that text to life.
Now, our source points us straight to Google AI Studio. It's totally free, and frankly, it's highly capable. You just navigate to the audio generation section, make sure you've selected a single speaker instead of multiple voices, pick your preferred voice, and drop that pure Arabic text right into the prompt box. But, and this is a massive warning from the source, do not just hit generate yet.
Here is the secret sauce. You absolutely must use a highly specific style prompt in the instructions so the AI actually recites with proper tajweed, rather than just sounding like, a flat robot reading the morning news. A real recitation needs melody, it needs specific pronunciation rules, and that's exactly what tajweed is. So you paste a detailed style prompt commanding Google AI Studio to apply flawless tajweed rules, intentional pacing, and studio quality clarity. That flips the switch, turning it from a simple text-to-speech reader into a proper reciter. Once that's done, you just download your 100% original, copyright-free audio file.
All right, Section 3, Crafting the background visuals and setting the scene.
You essentially have a fork in the road here. You can either hunt for royalty-free stock footage, or you can generate entirely unique visuals using AI. If you just want the fastest possible workflow, a site like Pixabay offers some great non-copyrighted nature clips. But the source material actually highly recommends the AI route. Why? Because generating your own visuals from scratch literally future-proofs your channel against any possible copyright claims down the line. It guarantees your stuff is 100% unique.
If you go the AI route, here is the exact workflow they outline. First, you open Google's Gemini and ask it to write 10 different prompts for serene 6-second nature videos. Then, take one of those prompts, drop it into Google Labs, specifically their Create with Flow tool, and tell it to generate a 16:9 widescreen image. Finally, in that exact same tool, you just click the setting to animate that new image into a video. Boom! In just moments, you've got completely original background footage ready to go.
Now for Section 4, the assembly phase. Let's see how we put all these ingredients together.
Look, I've got to be upfront with you here. This part requires some genuine elbow grease. The source text makes it super clear that the videos pulling in millions of views, they are the result of meticulous, hard work during this editing phase. We're not just slapping audio over a random video, we're crafting a high-retention experience in an editor like CapCut.
The absolute golden rule of assembly here is what the source calls structural matching. So, for instance, Surah Al-Fatiha has 7 verses, which means you should use exactly 7 video clips. You drag your AI audio onto the timeline, drop your AI nature videos right above it, and then you listen closely. The exact second the reciter pauses at the end of a verse, you cut the background video and start a fresh one for the next verse. It creates this incredibly rhythmic, visually pleasing flow that perfectly matches the natural cadence of the audio. Add some smooth transitions between the cuts, and you're golden.
Almost done. Section 5, the final polish. It's time to elevate the whole experience.
Even with the absolute best prompts, raw AI audio can sometimes sound, well, a little too close to the mic, maybe a little flat. To make it sound truly majestic, our source reveals a really crazy technical trick. Apply an echo effect in CapCut's voice changer. You click your audio track, select the echo effect, and dial the strength to exactly 65 and the feedback to 58. That's it. It instantly gives the audio this grand, sweeping resonance, like it's being recited in a massive, beautiful hall. It's a real game changer.
Finally, let's talk about the text. You head back over to Quran.com and copy just the very first verse. Bring that into CapCut as a text layer and apply an authentic Arabic font. The source specifically shouts out one called Latif. Next, throw on a subtle fade animation and meticulously adjust the duration so the text disappears the exact second the reciter finishes that line. Then simply copy that text layer, paste it next to the old one, replace the text with verse 2, and repeat the whole shebang for the rest of the track.
So, what does this all mean? It means that according to our sources, this precise workflow gives you a beautifully edited, 100% original video that is entirely safe from copyright strikes. You now have the complete 2026 blueprint for a monetizable faceless channel. The only question left is, which chapter are you going to generate to test this out today? The tools are right there waiting for you.